Hey everyone, and welcome to the tutorial series for the Procedural Park. First of all, if you actually bought the asset, I want to thank you for your support. If you're here because you're curious about the asset and you want to learn more, please feel free to reach out to me at my email as you see right here, or you can comment on the YouTube video with any questions you have regarding the asset. All right. In this tutorial series, we're going to cover what you see here. We're going to first go over a quick project overview, which means what are you going to see when you first open the project in Unreal. We're going to do a quick start guide, and this is going to be a short video going through the entire process of creating your park. We're not going to dive too deep into the options, but this is just a video that you can watch if you just want to learn exactly how to create your park without getting bogged down in the details, right? And then finally, we're going to take a deep dive into all of the different settings that you get with the park. Things like all of the general settings, how to debug your park, how to change the trace amounts, how to display messages, how to configure the batching when you spawn your foliage, for example. Then we'll take a look at the central actors, all of the options and how to configure actors, how to add new actors, how to change the actors. Then we'll take a deep dive and look at the pathways. This is going to be a slightly longer video. How do we create pathways in the park? How many entrances can we have in the park? And some of the other properties that you get from the pathway blueprint. Then we're going to take a look at the props. The procedural park comes with three types of props. We have area props, we have fixed pathway props, and we have random pathway props. So we're going to take a look at all of those. Then we'll take a look at how to spawn grass and flowers in your park. Then we're going to take a look at how to spawn your foliage. And in this case, foliage mostly refers to trees and bushes. Then we're going to take a look at how to add additional props. And this is basically a very flexible way of adding any additional blueprint or static mesh that you want into your park without having to change any of the settings of the core functions. Then we're going to take a look at how to add wind and birds to the park, how to change and manipulate the landscape assets, and then we'll take a look at how to convert all of your static meshes in your park into hierarchical instance static meshes. This is going to be very important for performance. However, if you are using 4.22, which is the latest version of Unreal, this may be slightly less necessary as they've done auto instancing in that version of the engine, which is really cool. Then we're going to take a look at how to modify the landscape. And this is just a general video where we're going to see how we can use the central actors, the props, and the pathways when we can modify the landscape. Either carve the landscape or basically align the landscape based on our park. And finally, we'll take a look at some of the utility blueprints and bonus blueprints that we have here that are not necessarily integral to the park, but they're nice to have. Things like, for example, my river blueprint, which is also included in the procedural foliage placement tool. How do you create rivers? It's included as a bonus. Or, for example, the fence blueprint, a very simple blueprint that allows you to create a little fence. Or the water walkway blueprint, for example, which again allows you to create a little pier-like mesh that you can put on your lakes. Or some bonus blueprints that I use, for example, to display messages as you're walking around on the showcase level. We'll take a look at those very, very briefly in case you want to use that system for your own game, for example. And that's pretty much it. In the next video, we're going to take a quick look at the project, and then from there on, we'll go ahead in this exact order. I'm going to try to keep the videos fairly short. That way you can jump around if you need to. But if you have any questions as you're watching through the videos, again, please make sure that you reach out to me. You can leave a comment on the YouTube videos. You can join our Discord server, or you can just email me directly. Thank you so much, and I'll see you in the next video.